Italy sees a lot of high-speed trains, from a lot of different operators. In a country with so many different high-speed services, how do you choose the best one? Join me today as I try out the Italo AGV on a comfy first-class journey from Turin to Milan, to see if this privately operated service has what it takes to be crowned as Italy's best high-speed train. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm here in Torino Porta Nuova in Italy, and I'm going to be travelling on board Italy's high-speed private operator, Italo. My journey today will take me over to Milano Centrale, and I'll be travelling in Prima, which is their first-class product. It's going to be a new experience for me, so let's go! Welcome to Torino Porta Nuova, the historical main station here in Italy's original capital city. The station dates back to 1861, when Turin became Italy's capital city, with construction finishing in 1868. Despite its importance, the station didn't actually have an opening ceremony until 145 years after its opening in 2009. As with most major stations in Europe these days, much of the station consists of food outlets and shops. Thankfully though, the recently refurbished main hall still retains all of its glory. What a magnificent station. In the departure hall we are met with something a lot less spectacular, a vast space somewhat resembling a regional airport, just without all the stress. You can also find ticket offices for various operators, but if you're travelling anywhere far, you're best off pre-booking online. I do at least like how they've tried to cheer things up a bit in here, with this colourful stripe on the ceiling. My train today is Italo AGV 9947, the 14:30 service to Salerno. This is a 7-hour journey, but I will be travelling only as far as Milan. As you probably noticed, there are a lot of different services departing from Torino Porta Nuova, including Italo's high-speed competition in the form of the Trenitalia Frecciarossa. These trains are operated by the national operator, and much like Italo, serve most parts of Italy, including the route to Salerno. The range of service here is large, as you'd expect for Italy's third busiest station, after the capital and nearby Milan. My ride today is one of these Italo AGV units, capable of an impressive 300 km an hour. These 11-carriage trains were developed as a successor to the TGV family, with the name literally standing for high-speed unit. This example was built in 2012. I'm travelling in Prima Class today, which is Italo's first-class product. A few minutes before departure, the train is opened for boarding. Seating is in a typical 2+1 layout. I'll be sitting here in coach 5, seat 6, a forward-facing window seat. Now first things first, I've got to mention how futuristic this interior is. I'm looking forward to a relaxing journey, but we'll take a better look at the train's comfort after departure. Today's route will start from Torino Porta Nuova. We'll first make a turn to serve Torino Porta Nuova before a high-speed journey all the way to Milano Centrale without any stops. The journey is scheduled to take exactly 1 hour to cover the 148 kilometres or about 92 miles of track. We leave Torino Porta Nuova just 1 minute late at 14:31.
Benvenuti a bordo di Italo 9947 da Torino Porta Nuova a Salerno.
Soon after departure, we enter a tunnel, taking us to our first and only intermediate station, Torino Porta Nuova. This is the more modern of the two main stations in the city, located beneath the ground, not far from Turin Porta Nuova. Back out in the open again, and we head straight onto the high-speed line, where we quickly accelerate up to 300 kilometers an hour. It's now time for the Italo Welcome Service, the complimentary catering offer here in Prima Class. This consists of either a sweet or salty snack and a drink. I chose some orange juice served at a refreshingly cool temperature, and this apricot tart, which tasted very nice. With the food service out of the way, it's time to look at the rest of the interior, starting off of course with the seats, which are very well presented in a black leather design. The actual comfort on these seats is fantastic, with a great amount of padding, and they were a fitting shape too. On top of the seats, you can find a branded head cushion, which was soft and provided extra comfort. All seats have a pair of folding armrests, which were also well padded and comfortable. On one of these, you can find the button for recline, which allows for a more relaxed posture. Every seat gets a single plug socket, which are in an unusual but convenient location. These sockets are compatible with both European and Italian style plugs. Beneath this you can find a well-sized bin. On the seat in front of you there's also a seatback table, of a decent size for working on. This features a cup holder, as well as rather cleverly, a cup holder only option. Beneath that, you can find a storage net, which I unfortunately found to be pretty useless, as stuff would easily fall back out. Now finally onto legroom. There's a lot of room here even when the seat is reclined. You can also find a folding footrest, which further increases the comfort. Much of the route today runs adjacent to the Autostrada A4 motorway. With a speed limit of 130 km an hour, the cars don't have a chance against the high-speed train though. Anyway, let's go for a walk around the rest of the train. First up, the toilets. Most carriages on the Italo AGV have a single toilet like this one. The toilet was in an immaculate condition, with both the soap and water working perfectly fine. However, the hand dryer was not working. Luckily, plenty of paper towels were provided. Moving through to Smart Class, which is Italo's second class product, the style is broadly the same as in Prima Class, with the obvious difference being the denser seating layout of 2+2. In Prima Class Coach 3 and Smart Class Coach 7, you can find the snack area. This consists of a hot drinks machine, as well as a regular vending machine. Though, I found prices to be very high. For luggage storage, the vestibule has plenty of room. Luggage items stored here can be locked with a refundable deposit of 50 cents or €1. There's also plenty of room in the overhead luggage stacks throughout the carriage. Moving back to the seat, you can find a narrow storage tray next to you, perfect for keeping smaller items within reach. In front of this there are controls for the individual reading lights, fixed to the luggage rack. Between windows you can find a pair of retractable coat hooks. Additional coat hooks are found attached to the seat in front. And ideal for the Italian heat, each window has an effective adjustable blind. One last thing I have to mention is that there is actually carpet. Most high-speed trains in Italy don't have carpet, so this was nice to see. We're fast on the approach to the city of Milan, so let's talk about the price of today's journey. On this trip I paid €14.40 for a one-way ticket in Prima Class. This includes the Italo Young discount offered to all passengers aged 14 to 29. For the 92-mile journey, that gives a price per mile of about 13p, which I think is fantastic value for an hour on a true high-speed train, especially in first class. Great job, Italo! We are now passing through Roffiera, Milano, a major commuter station that also sees occasional high-speed train stopping from both Trenitalia and Italo. So overall I was really impressed with Italo today. Their service was friendly, fast and exceptional value for money. I also really like their train's interiors, which are my favourite out of any high-speed train in Italy, thanks to their great comfort and ambience. Italo also operate another type of train, the Evo, based on the tilting Pendolino family. If you want to see a video on this striking looking train, then do let me know in the comments. This is the final approach to Milano Centrale, a terminus station where this train reverses. We arrived 3 minutes late at 15:33 owing to congestion at the busy junctions before the station. So, what do you think of Italo? Do you think their AGV is Italy's best high-speed train? Leave a comment below with your thoughts. If you enjoyed learning about Italy's high-speed service, then click on screen now to see my video on board Portugal's fastest train on a first-class trip from Lisbon to Porto. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again on my next journey.